Hello everyone and welcome to this video. This lesson is about relative pronoun. This is the last lesson we have in grammar. Okay, so in this lesson we will learn together what are relative pronouns, why do we need to use relative pronouns, and how to use relative pronouns. Okay, so let's start with this example. Let's consider the following example. A man helped me find the hotel. Up to here, I don't know anything about this man. Not his name, nothing. The second sentence gives extra information about this man. The man spoke English fluently. What man? The man that helped me. So, if we notice these two examples, it's a long sentence and there is repetition. So there is another way we can express this sentence using relative pronouns. The man who helped me find my hotel spoke English fluently. Now I have one complete sentence with clauses with other information about the man. Okay? So who is a relative pronoun? And who helped me find my hotel is a relative clause. It's a sentence within a sentence that gives extra information, that defines the subject or the pronoun. Okay, so there are many ways or many forms of relative pronoun. The first form is when we are talking about the subject. The subject means الفاعل الذي يقوم بالفعل. A man helped me find the hotel. So it's the man who helped me. He is the subject. The man spoke English fluently. So the man who helped me find my hotel spoke English fluently. Or instead of who, I can say the man that helped me find my hotel. Okay? So still within the subject. What about if we have this example? A car hit the boy. Up to here, if we stop here, we don't have any information about the car that hit the boy. The second sentence gives this extra information. The car came from the opposite direction. Not the blue car, not the black car. It's the car that came from the opposite direction. So, the car which hit the boy came from the opposite direction. Or the car that hit the boy came from the opposite direction. So notice here, if we are using this form, it's a car, سيارة, غير معرفة. But in the second sentence, the car, السيارة التي, رجل, الرجل الذي. Okay? Alright, so conclusion, if we have subject, مفعول به, if it is a person or people, plural, as like in this example, we use who or that. If it is things or animals, جماد, as you can see, we use which or that. So notice that can be used with both, with people and with things. Alright. The second situation, when we have the object, مفعول به. I helped a man in the street yesterday. Again, if we stop here, ساعدت رجلا في الشارع. من هو هذا الرجل؟ لا نعرف عنه أي شيء. So, I helped a man in the street yesterday. The second sentence gives extra information. The man was very poor. Which man are we talking about? So, a man, I helped a man. Who helped? Who has done this? The action? It's me. هنا أنا الفاعل. I. The man is the object مفعول به. Alright? So, the man whom I helped in the street yesterday was very poor. الرجل الذي ساعدته أنا. مش هو الذي ساعدني. Or, the man that I helped in the street was very poor. Or, we can say, the man I helped without using the relative pronoun. Okay? What about if we have something, not a person? I saw a film yesterday. شاهدت فيلما غير معرف. I saw a film. I, the subject. What? I saw what? A film. A film is the object. The film was about World War II. Okay? So the film which I saw yesterday was about World War II, or the film that I saw yesterday was about World War II, or the film I saw yesterday was about World War II. Okay, so conclusion: when we have an object, مفعول به, if it is people or thing or a person, or people, we use whom or that, like here. If it is something or animals, we use which or that. Okay, notice that that is used with both people and animals. The third situation is when we are talking about a place. Okay, we stayed at a hotel in London. Right? Again, which hotel are we talking about? I don't know anything about this hotel. So the hotel was very expensive. What hotel? The one we stayed in London. All right. Okay. So the hotel where we stayed in London was very expensive. Notice here that the hotel is a place. It's not a subject. It's not an object. It's a place. Or the hotel that we stayed at in London was very expensive. All right. So if we have a place, we use where or that. Again, notice that that is used in all situations. Now the last situation, when we have possessions or possessive adjectives. Students got a scholarship. Who are we talking about? All students? It's only students that their parents are jobless. Now notice here the subject is students who got the scholarship, and it's their parents who are jobless, not the students. So it's different subjects. So the relative pronoun would be the students whose parents are jobless got a scholarship. التلاميذ الذين آباؤهم بدون عمل حصلوا على منحة. من حصل على المنحة؟ تلاميذ. من هم بدون عمل؟ آباء هؤلاء التلاميذ. Not the students. So whose parents are jobless. Alright, so conclusion. If we have positions, and usually we're talking about his parents, her parents, their parents, its color, his house, his school, their, etc. We use whose. So whose is only used when we have possessions. Conclusion. So this is a chart that shows all the relative pronouns we have seen. So who is used when we are talking about subject, people. Whom when we are talking about object, people. Whose when we are talking about positions. And which when we refers to animals and object, للجماد. That is used with people, things, animals, places, etc. Where refers only to places. You can read these extra examples. Now let's move on to practice. First practice, we have a text here. Read it, do the comprehension questions, and then read it again and notice the relative pronouns in red. So your task is find the relative pronoun. What words do they refer to in the passage, in the text? And what type of reference? Is it a subject? Is it an object? Is it a person? Is it something? What does it refer to exactly? Again, you can pause the video. Once you do your homework, get back to the video for the correction. Good, so here is the correction. We have the relative pronouns here. They refer to hotel, balcony, Antonio, the girl or Maria, and person. And as you can see, for the type of reference. Okay. The second exercise is taken from your textbook. It's a text again. Same thing. Read it, underline the relative pronouns and what do they refer to. Exercise number 3. Match the following sentences with these parts here. Okay. Again, pause the video, do your homework, get back for the correction. So here is the correction. Exercise number 4, match the first pair of sentences here with the second pair to make one complete sentence. Alright? So here is the correction. Exercise number 4. These are exercises you would expect in the back exam. The first exercise is correct the underlined mistake. You have a relative pronoun which is not correct. You have to correct it. So students whose mothers work outside the house become more independent. So as you can see, it's not correct. Yeah, the correct answer is the children whose mothers, it's mothers of these children, their mothers, right? Many Moroccan immigrants which live in Italy would like to return to Morocco. Okay, we're talking about people here, Moroccan immigrants, so we cannot use which. The correct answer is who. It's the Moroccan immigrants who live in Italy. Here it's a subject. So this is the first kind of exercise. The second kind of exercise is you have the relative pronouns in a list and you choose the correct one. First example, many NGOs often help villages suffer from poverty. It's the villages that suffer from poverty. Okay, so here villages are not people. Look at the exact correct one. The second one, the authorities have opened a new library. Students can access internet in this library. Okay, so the correct answer for the first one is villages which suffer. So villages here, it's a subject. The authorities have opened a new library. It's a place where students can access internet and read books and so on. The last type of exercise is when you have two pairs of sentences and you need to rewrite them using the word given. So the first one, internet is widely used in many aspects of life. Internet may have negative impact on youth. So you notice there is a repetition of internet. Use which. So here is the correction. Internet, which is used in many aspects of life, may have negative impact on youths. Second one, the man who called yesterday did not tell me his name. So basically, this is the type of exercises you would expect in the baccalaureate exam. So one more and one last exercise. Here it's about writing. So try to write an email to your friend about your best schoolmate or classmate. Okay, use in your writing, use relative pronouns and use these sentences to help you write a very coherent, well-organized piece of writing. Okay, so thank you very much for your attention, and as always, remember, practice makes perfect.